relationship are not feeling the best, depressed, sad, heartbroken, unvalued, maybe mistreated in the relationship. Sometimes the way you have to look at it is that nothing's done by mistake, honestly. It's done by you live and you learn, right? It's so basic. You live and you learn. And the thing that I've noticed about relationships is that in order to correct and not repeat the same thing, is basically if you don't learn from that relationship what you went through with the people that hurt you, abused you, or just mistreated you, didn't value you, is the fact that you have to look within yourself. Even though they may have cheated on you, their behaviors caused the breakup, right? But in reality, you also have to look at yourself to see what part you took in the relationship, what part is your fault in the relationship, because there's two parts, and there's not two people in a relationship, two people at fault. Okay. And so you could be the one that's the victim, maybe. It could be man or woman. You could be the one putting up with the BS, the affairs, the cheating, the secrets, the deceiving. And why? Because you're codependent, because you feel like you need their money, or I don't know, maybe you're not codependent, maybe you work, maybe you're the provider. But in reality, it's some kind of codependency that probably was established as a child, something that you went through as a child, that you felt unloved, unwanted, and basically abandoned, or your emotions were not secured as a child. Like, your parents are supposed to make you feel secure, make you feel loved, make you feel comfortable, right? Because that's the basis, and that's the main foundation of basically your future and what you're going to be like in the future. I mean, it's like the basic. When that is screwed up, when you're being raped, molested, abused, physically abused, or verbally abused, it shifts, unfortunately. It shifts your perspective on life and on people and on your attitude and your character. Within yourself, as you grow up, you start to see these behaviors. You start to understand that this caused this, and this yelling, or this PTSD, or this ADHD, or this obsessiveness comes from your childhood wounds, or genetically too sometimes. You basically have to look within yourself and not lie to yourself and say, why am I crying? Why am I sad? What happened here? Why did he cheat? Why did I allow him to cheat? Or why was I the cheater? Why was I the abuser? Why was I the narcissist? You have to look at both sides, and then you need time to heal. The problem that we have, most women and probably men too, is that we jump from one relationship to another. We don't sit in it, and we don't heal. We jump from one man or one woman to another. We jump in from one to one, another one, and you're not healing. You're just constantly masking what you just went through, and then you come off again portraying yourself a certain way, and then within weeks or months or years, you start to see each other's true colors. Your true personality starts coming out. You can't hide it. Your true self always gets revealed. And why wouldn't you want it to be? I mean, because why would you want to live fake or false with a mask? Who would want to live like that? Who would want to be with somebody like that? Unfortunately, I have been with people like that. And it sucks, because you want authenticity. I can't even say it today. You want them to be authentic. You want them to be real. You want them to express themselves, authentic to you. You want them to be honest, truthful, and really show who they are, and get to know each other, right? Not everybody's like that. Unfortunately, it takes years to find that out, or they're just not the person you thought they were, or, it's sad. If we all could just be who we are from the very beginning and not tolerate a lot from people. Because if there's one or two things that we don't like, you got to remember, maybe 5-10 years down the road, you're not going to like that, or that's going to be very annoying to you. And I'm not saying anybody's going to be perfect out there in the world. There is no true perfect human, right? But you have to be honest with yourself and know how much you're willing to put up with and take, and why should you? It should be a give and take. It should be a 50-50, Nobody should always feel like they're giving more than the other. It should be an even take, or whatever the word is, like a give and take. It should not be one giving more than the other, because if you feel like you're exercising the relationship to where you're giving more than the other person, then there's something wrong. And it's better to catch it in the beginning than to go years and years and have children and stick with it and stay with it just because you feel like you should, or because society thinks you should stay married or whatever, you know? And I'm not trying to tell people to get divorced. I'm not trying to tell people to break up. I'm just telling you to look within yourself and to really, you know, correct your behavior. That's what the whole thing is about. Healing is correcting our behaviors and trying to learn from it and not repeat it, because it does come back to you. And the point is that, you know, after going relationship after relationship, marriage after marriage, and it's the same shit. And you're wondering, why do I keep attracting narcissists? Why do I keep attracting these abusive motherfuckers or these people, you know? It's like, what, these friends, why do these people treat me this way? And it's because I allow it, number one. Number two is that there's some part of me that's needy, needs friendship, needs approval, needs love, unwanted love. It feels like she never got love or abandoned, you know, just a bunch of issues. And we have to deal with that and learn from it and not repeat it. And take time in between relationships and friendships to heal, to really understand it. And because you don't want to go into the next relationship, oh, so-and-so, my ex was like this, and my ex used to do this, and my ex was that way. Who wants to go into another relationship and hear about somebody talk about their ex? That's a big no-no. You want to heal. So when you go into the next relationship, you're going fresh-minded, just fresh, you know, like refreshed and just very open-minded and clear, and seeing the person for who they are and not trying to see them as your ex, as the past, somebody from your past, not trying to put them in the same category, because it's really, what's the word for it? It's really, you can't do that to them. It's unfair to a certain extent, unless they really are that way. But then again, you look at yourself and say, well, why did I attract that again? There's something wrong with me. I'm doing something wrong.